Good afternoon, baby, or good evening, baby. It is Sunday. Hello, you guys. Beautiful Sunday, beautiful day. New beginnings. Continue growing. Continue leveling up. You guys, when you come into the chat, say hello, sweet teacup. You can say hello, grandma, mom, mother, sis, auntie, cousin. Or you can say Miss Lolo. Stop playing with me because that's my name. You guys, today is Sunday. And if you know anything about Sweet Teacup, I have rules. On Sunday, we don't scream, we don't yell, we don't curse. But I'm just going to give the tea. Today, we're going to talk about CPS, and I'm going to give some real life, some real time. I'm going to give you a channel that dropped, baby. When I say she got the video with the receipts, I don't know how to tell you. You can go look at those videos yourself. Nothing can be denied. I'm going to give you real life stories, even one from Dr. Phil. Since we got some people out here, some foul women that want to bash, talk trash, complete trash is unbelievable to a 17-year-old. So we're going to give them something to talk about. So like I said, you guys, allegedly, the things that I say are my words, my views, my thoughts, but stop playing with me. I bring you facts and receipts every time. Because see, what I'm going to do is give you the information so you can go and make your own decision. You guys, I'm here for entertainment purposes, and I am going to entertain you. It is Sunday. It is Sunday, and I'm going to give you facts. I'm going to give you receipts. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to screen record this or do whatever, get you a pen and paper, write this down, because I'm going to tell you, baby, when I give you these stories that you can go look yourself, or I promise you, whether you're a male or you're a female, no matter how old you are, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your perception on thinking that you know somebody. It's going to change your perception on thinking that allegedly somebody across the way literally said, oh, I could tell that they're not a pedophile. Baby, if it was just that simple, that anyone, hey, Princess Gun, baby, I heard you, baby, you went off. You made me proud. I was in the chat, baby, you went off, honey. And Princess Gun, you don't do that, baby, until they push you. But someone allegedly in that chat said that they can identify a pedophile. Well, honey, if that's the case, kids wouldn't get molested and women wouldn't get raped today, if there was some truth to that. Because we could just go around and point them out and people would be locked up. Make this make sense. I mean, to literally be on the internet and say, oh, I know he does, allegedly, I know he lies, I know he cheats. Just listen to the description. I know he's a goofy. I know he lies. I know he cheats. Honey, that's all the features of a molester. What are you talking about? Other than they molest children. But allegedly, someone said that they just know. But like I said, but that's okay, because one thing about Sweet Teacup, now you know how I move. I bring you. See, I'm not just going to come on the internet and say, well, I know, or I can tell. I'm way more intelligent than that. See, when you come to my channel, I always I want you to come and I want you to take somebody with you, something motivational, something showing inspiration, education, wisdom. Giving you something that you can always remember. You got to give back what you take in. So let's just get into it now. I'm going to give you the name of these individuals, and this is real stuff, you guys. Let me tell you, it's going to be, it's very tearful, it's very eye-opening, it's very educational. Listen, before I get into this, I want to tell you this. If you got a man, now stay with me now. If you got a man and you got a woman, I don't care if he's your husband. I don't care if she's your wife. I don't care if there's your booty call, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. And if they creep at night and they get in and out of bed, I advise you to creep and get in and out behind them. If you got a wife or a husband, a boyfriend and a mate, and they always sending you out on a journey to go get something, go pick this up, go do this, I advise you to have them go do it themselves. Because let me tell you, when you listen to these individuals, stories, you're going to see how this stuff was done. 2 of the women are Caucasian, and one is like, each one of them, if I'm not mistaken, it happened to them when they was a child, as young as 8. But they're not coming out telling their story till like they're in their 30s. Baby, drop the royal crown in the chat for Jalea, my grand goddaughter. Shout out to her. She's 17 and she's coming out to tell her story. These women have endured this, battled this, and I'm going to tell you some of the stuff, but I'm going to let them tell you their story. And these women are coming out where they don't got married, they have children in their 30s and up. Jalea is only 17. Shout out to her for the courage, the courage, the braveness, standing on business, the unconditional love she has for her family, to come out and to tell her story. See, them people across the way, I'm just going to say, well, I already know they idiots. Anybody that comes to the internet and a bash and a troll and talk down on a child in general, period, when you're not that child and you're not walking in their shoes, nor have you ever even put on their shoes, maybe your feet too big, baby, like in Cinderella. You know, if you know anything about Cinderella, you know I do the stories in Cinderella. She had 3 stepsisters. You know, everybody in town couldn't see the stepmother for what she really was. Remember? Come on. You came knocking at the door. She had the biggest smile on her face. Same thing with her stepdaughter. No one saw what Cinderella went through, but Godmother did. Stay with me now, don't get lost. So don't think that you can come to the internet and say, oh, well, I could just know they this and they that and they this, but I know they not that. So, Sweet Teacup, in this video, I'm going to prove to you that you're wrong. I'm going to prove to you that you passed judgment when you should have been judging a jester, a man-child, a monster, a complete monster. So let me just get into it, you guys. First, I want you guys to send a shout out and subscribe to this young lady channel. I don't know her. All I know, I believe she has, you guys, like 159 subscribers. That's like I always say. Just because a channel is not big and have millions and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, it doesn't mean they don't put out good information. When I say she did a video where she did clips, that means this young lady had to take time out and go through disgusting old videos to get these clips and paste them together and edit them and everything. But baby, when I say it tells the story and you can see that creep and you can see all the things what was said and done that we just didn't know, we didn't pay attention. And the name of the channel is called Amazing Grace. When you go to her channel, you don't even have to tell her that I sent you over there, because I don't want anything from this. I want you to look at this video. This video is amazing. She got them clips lined up, and it's spelled A-M-A instead of 1 Z. She got 3 Z's instead of 1 I. She got 3 I's, N-G. Amazing Grace. But when you go look at those videos, and if those videos don't hit home, if they do hit home, subscribe to her channel, because baby, and that video already got over 4,000 views. But being that she is not monetized, she is not going to make the money. But I bet you it's going to be somebody out there, because see, there's so many people that have said they sold for money. They'll go steal what she have put together, and they'll take it and flip it and twist it and act like it's their own. But like I say, go subscribe, because one thing about it, if you all subscribe to her channel, they cannot steal her subscription. So go to her channel, Amazing Grace. Now, let's get into the tea. And I want to say hello, everybody. Hey, Money. Hey, Luana. Hey, Kalada. Hey, you guys. Hey, Money. Hey, and you know, Princess Gun, hey, baby, hey, Carolyn Small, Coco 12. Hey, you guys, if I forgot anybody, please forgive me and welcome to the tea. And we're going to get into this. So, allegedly, a predator, when he evicted them, now I want you to remember, the day that he did that ranting and I hate you, get out. Remember that? When he told them to get out, in that video, if you pay attention, and this, why I say go to Amazing Grace channel, because she had it in the clip. I have seen this video several times, but I never caught and paid attention too much of my God grandkids in the background to listening to every word they said. Well, in that video, the kids are saying to him, and I hear Jalea, my oldest God granddaughter, she said, then stop posting us in your videos. Stop posting us on your channel. And then allegedly, I hear the jester, you guys, respond back to her screaming and yelling, I don't post you all on my channel. I don't post you all and put you in video. Now, wait a minute. You don't post them and on your channel, on that old channel, and you don't post them in your video. Hey, Carlotta, baby, please drop her link. Oh, I don't know her link, you guys. I don't know how to do that. I'm so sorry. But I promise you, if you type in Amazing Grace, AMA, instead of one Z, put three Z's. Instead of one I, put three I's, NG, and then Grace, GRACE. If somebody can pull it up, and if you know how to do that, type it in the chat. But I promise you, she'll come up, you guys. She got 159 subscribers. And but anyway, this jester said to them, the same day he told them to get off, I don't post you in my video, sir. That's all he has in his video are my God grandkids and royalty. And even up to today, even up to the month of October 2024, he dropped and created a brand new channel and literally posted and uploaded old videos of my God grandkids. But not once, none of those videos had the DNA in it, didn't have his Sabertooth clan, Jester Clown family. It didn't have his booger-eating mama. It didn't have none of them. It had my God grandkids. I just had to cover that. But like I said, you're going to get that from a clip when you look at it. Okay, moving on. Allegedly, there are people, allegedly, this jester, I want you guys, I know you read, this was just in a live he did. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. He did it live when he was doing that screaming and ranting and all this. And I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you remember this. And whether it was yesterday live or the day before, he was screaming and yelling, and he stated allegedly that he would never go back to Chicago or his hometown, that he don't want to go to his hometown in Chicago. I'm going to tell you where I'm going with this. Put a 1 in the chat. You heard him say that. He said, I don't want to go to Chicago, my hometown. I never allegedly want to go back to Chicago in my hometown. Do you know that was a video? And I want you to send I don't know how you guys could do it, but send a shout out to my new godson, CJ on 32 Gang. 32 Gang got the video. It's an old video, you guys. But in this video, 32 Gang, that's where he did the rims and everything on that Jeep. And 32 Gang was filming it. So he had his own video that he posted on his own channel. So go to 32 Gang, and I don't know how you can pull it up. I can't remember. I should have wrote down the name of the video. But all you got to do, I think he said we surprised a dummy with his new Jeep or something like that. It won't be hard to find. But in that video, do you all remember, it was in Chicago. Remember? See, he said he would never go to Chicago. Chicago ain't got nothing for him. But it was in Chicago, he did a toddler tour, allegedly. I call it a toddler tour because there's always a bunch of children. So he did a concert there Kids was lined up, you guys, literally probably for blocks, all wrapped around the building, purchasing t-shirts of a jester face. Not of the kids. Now, this is a city that he talked trash and talked down on. But, sir, them people in that city lined up. They brought their kids to a concert that you had. You made so much money off that concert, and you never gave nothing back to Chicago. Do you see how a jester, a creep, have never gave back nothing? He literally, on the internet right now, trash talk a whole city, Chicago. But, sir, there's a whole video where you had a whole toddler concert and made all this money and sold merch. And by the way, you jester, you definitely had my goddaughter and my god grandkids, and that was young, you guys. They was little. It looked like Nation was like 4 or 5. That's how young they were. Allegedly, he had them lined up on the stage. They all had on red shirts. But, you know, my goddaughter, shout out to Royalty, Big Royalty, drop the royal crowns in the chat, you guys, for the Royalty family. For Royalty and all 5 of the god grandkids, drop the royal crown in the chat for them. Because, baby, they've been doing a lot. They've been going through a lot. He had Royalty. Royalty had on like a different type jersey. But it was nothing flashy at all. And she had on some jeans. And the kids, my god grandkids, and I believe the DNA was there, had on like all red, like red, some form of little red shirt or something, and red pants. But a jester, because he don't elevate it. We're not gonna say clown anymore, because you know he start using what Sweet Teacup say clown. You don't get to use line. You don't get to clout chase off of me, you clown. So you're a jester now. You're a buffoon. But him, he had on an all-white jersey, and, you know, everything was just name brand. White jersey, white pants, white shoes, you know. And then he had the microphone. Nobody else allegedly had the microphone. He had my God royal family just to the back of the wall, literally, like their back was up against the wall. He's all up front. Why are you on the microphone talking to a bunch of toddlers, you creep, you predator? Do you see how he become energized and alive when children are involved? Ask yourself that. If you had a concert with a bunch of kids, you have children there that are children, why they didn't have the microphone? Why you didn't have them up front communicating with their peers? Well, let's just talk about it. Super Saiyan, when Super Saiyan have a concert, he has the mic, he up front by himself. Billy and Eva, they take a step back because it's about Super Saiyan. Everybody in the audience, other than Guardian, they're there for Super Saiyan. They're not all up front acting like they don't got a sign deal and they Chris Brown. No, they step back and let their child take over. Same thing with that girl Lele. When you see Lele did all her shows and everything, she was a kid. Kids was there to see her. So Lele took the front stage. She's all up front. Lele the one had on the glitter and the outfit that was amazing. And mom and dad had on something else, but not a jester. See, he moved differently. That's how you know. He don't live for kids. He want to be a kid, and he like kids. And he like them in an inappropriate way. Say what you want to say. He all up in front of the stage electrically with the mic and bouncing around. Who you bouncing around in front of? You guys, y'all need to wake up. The people across the way, you need to wake up. But like I say, he had my God grandkids and Royalty and them pushed to the bike to the side. And he just acted like, baby, he thought he did. So you couldn't tell him he was a rapper. And ask yourself this, and I want you guys to drop the teacups in the chat for Sweet Teacup for this one. If he really was on a music journey and he really wanted to be a rapper and he was not about kids in the wrong way and having this unusual interest in children, I want you to drop the teacups in my chat if you agree with Sweet Teacup. He would have had many adult concerts, especially when he was clubbing. He would have just, I mean, when you was clubbing and had all that money, you could have easily just started rapping and singing for them. No, he never did that. He didn't want no adults. He wanted to be looking at children, allegedly. He wanted to look at toddlers and little children. He got off on that. I think it made him feel so powerful and so joyful. I think and then I believe that when he would film it or have my goddaughter allegedly royalty film it and he would go back and look at it, I think he got a big arouse out of that. Oh, look at the choice of word I chose. I think he got enjoyment from going back and looking at him performing in front of all these toddlers and children. He gets off on that. And the wildest thing about it, which you guys never knew, and allegedly I have a right to my opinion. I have a right to come to the internet and state my case, just like them little senior crew over there, trying to crucify my goddaughter, my god granddaughter. And I think when he did it, I think he shared the video with a lot of other pedophiles and predators. I think he got off on that. And he did it in plain daylight on YouTube. Oh, we're going to shut this gesture down. But I had to talk about that. And like I say, he literally bashed and talked trash about Chicago. Talking about, I would never go there and all this, and I always gave them. Baby, you never gave nothing to nobody. You know what you gave to people? You just misery, trauma, drama, hate, jealousy. You stole literally. At the end of the day, he robbed innocent kids. He sold them a dream, charged them tickets to come see him when allegedly the kids came to see. The kids say what you want to say. If my god grandkids was not there, that concert would not have been packed with children, and no other tour he would have did. Ain't nobody gonna bring their kids to see some grown man bouncing around. He used my god grandkids. He used them. And now we found out you abused them. He literally said in one of those live too, you thought like I said, I catch all his little codes that he do, you guys. You ever notice, you ever paid attention to a TV show, and then when they do, you know how you look at a comedy, a TV show like Good Times or all the, I don't know the TV shows they got now, you guys, because I'm stuck all on YouTube. But you know how you look at TV shows and TV series, and then you hear them in their little plot of their TV show, they'll throw something out, and then it's like a little shady joke, and you got to catch the little clip. This gesture has been doing this for years in his videos. He's been doing things and saying things, and he got off on it because we never caught it. In one of those two lives he just did recently, we caught the alphabets, the A, B, C, D. But he also said something about use and abuse. You guys, that was a code that he was sending out. He was allegedly, that's his way of threatening, harassing, verbally abusing royalty and my god grandkids by saying, I know I use you and abuse you. I stand on it. All right, we're gonna move on. Hey, Carmen, baby, welcome to the tea. My god granddaughter, Jalea, she have been bribed, persuaded, convinced, forced with money. And did you guys, money, clothes, and let me tell you something else, and I'm going to give you fights, I'm going to give you receipts on this. See, oh, God is good today, it's Sunday. And shoes. Now, some of y'all say, now, what do you mean shoes? People across the way. He literally did a video in the past. It's an old video. Again, I should have wrote the name of the video, but you know what? It's going to give people something to do. I just love the idea they're going to try to go run back and catch all these videos. See, I don't want to get a title of all the video because I want the gesture to be forced to take the videos down, because as long as these videos stays up, we are steady going to prove that he is a predator. and how he got away with it. In one of these videos, that Jester Predator literally allegedly said and stated for the whole world to hear, he said, I buy Jaleel more shoes than anybody in this family. So see, not only did he pull that off with money, I'm a girl with wings and a fly on the wall, he did it with shoes. I truly believe my granddaughter Jaleel loved the shoes, and he did it by buying her shoes and then probably turned around allegedly whenever he wanted to do what he wanted to do. He used shoes over her head to bribe her. I'm going to take them shoes. I'm going to throw those shoes away allegedly. You're not going to get your new shoes. I'm going to order you some shoes. Because ask yourself that. I want you to drop. If you remember my channel, drop any emoji of mine that you have. But ask yourself that. Why would you have did a video right then? And why would you say it in the video so proudly? See, he never thought today would come. He never thought a day like this would come. He never thought 2024 would bring this along. I promise you, that's why he said what he said. See, he got off on doing all these things, and we never knew it. Why would you say in the video, allegedly, I buy Jaleel more shoes than anyone in this house? He was literally publicly, openly letting us know what he been doing. I stand on it. He was publicly, openly bragging. Do you see the power? How he was using the technique, letting us know why on earth, if there are other kids in the house, even your DNA and my goddaughter, why would you need to buy Jaleel more shoes? And literally publicly said, that's how come I say allegedly, you guys. I truly believe it. I know my tea don't lie to me. I think this creep, this Jester, has been doing inappropriate things, putting it on film, and not just posting it on his channel. It wouldn't surprise me if he have not been selling video clips to predators and creeps. And they've been getting off on these videos through all these secret codes, and we never put two and two together. But you know it's never too late. Prince is going to say, I want him to keep posting because all of that would be used against him in the court of law. Exactly. Yes, Prince Gun, you are absolutely right. But he been sending out secret codes, and I believe he been communicating with these predators, doing this secret undercover, allegedly pouring kids graphic video situation. And he been getting off on it, making money, making double the money. Because it makes sense to me, the way allegedly, how when he had my two grand twins and how he kept begging them to get in that water, offered them everything up under the sun. But his main focus was to get my God Prince's granddaughter in the water. He used my God Grand Prince to convince and persuade his sister to get in there, and he did it. He offered everything under the sun. Look at the grooming. Look at the pattern, you guys. And people want to know across the way, well, I don't understand why she come out now. Well, look, she sees the pattern. She recognized the abuse. It have woken up what she pushed back and forced to stay. What's that word, you guys? I want to make sure I use it right. To stay dormant. I believe dormant means when it's kind of put away. She pushed it back, but when she started looking at the pattern, you know, and it started triggering her, and she started remembering her trauma, it woke her up. And she had tremendous courage to come to the only way she was able to address this situation, to shut it down, make it make sense. A phone call wasn't going to do it, you guys. It was taken to the authority. But the only way to shut it down to stop the technique and the grooming. See, it already been stopped with her because she's no longer in the house. But what you guys not across the way, if my god granddaughter Jaleel's in the safe havens now, what they got to do with my youngest god granddaughter, Princess? She had to find a way to shut that down to protect her. And the only way that could be done is to have it exposed on YouTube. You got to think outside the box. You got to start getting these puzzle pieces and gluing them together. You got to. There's no telling how long this jester been doing it. You know what? I promise you, I put my name on it. I guarantee you my god granddaughter Jaleel is not the first one. I guarantee you that. I bet you there's some women out there right now who have dealt with this gesture in the past, and they probably are questioning their kids right now as we are talking and these videos are coming to light. I bet you they are questioning their probably grown children now. Oh, just like with P. Diddy, and I'm not going to say allegedly, just like when Cassidy told her story and they crucified her, but then once proof came out, everybody lined up and came out of the woodworks. It's going to be the same thing. Watch how everybody line up and wake up. And the people across the way, all the videos you could come in and say, I didn't know. I only said what I believe, baby. God is going to deal with you because, baby, every last one of us got to get on our knees and pray. And God knows. He knows at the time. Stay with me now because it's Sunday. Let me preach a little bit. And I'm not a Christian, but I know when I die, I'm going to heaven. Since somebody wants to come for my sis, Princess Gunn, you don't have to be a Christian to believe in God. That was a word that a man made up. See, you need to know your history. Oh! Take it back to Columbus, baby. That was something that a man made up during Columbus days. And he said, we're going to call them purity. We're going to call them Christian. What are you talking about? Man wrote the Bible, not God. So don't try to come and attack a woman that has more Christian in her life, in her body, in her voice, because she knows to stand up for a child. Stop playing with me. But baby, God knows that when you drop those videos, God knows when you step into those chats and you crucify my goddaughter, my god granddaughter, God knows what was in your heart. God knows what was on your mind. And like I said the other day, may God have mercy on your soul. Because, baby, there's a whole booger man out there and he's waiting on you. He's waiting. But let me finish with my tea because, like I said, you guys, I'm moving on. Hey, Tanya. Hey, baby. Hey, Jay, Sandra, everybody. So, you got these demonic, I can't help but say demonic. Anybody, you know what? When you come to a live and you literally voluntarily say that you run a foster home, stay with me now. Say you run a foster home, you run a group home, you work with children, I advocate for kids. How can you say out of your breath you advocate for kids, but at the same time, you're talking down on a 17-year-old and calling her everything under the book, and you basically blaming her. You are blaming her for her having an existence, for her being born, for her being a female, is why this jester, this creep did what he did to her. You are making her take accountability of something that's no way she would have been able to prevent this. I want you to drop the ones in the chat if you agree with Sweet Teacup. If a grown woman, stay with me now, don't get lost. If a grown woman and a grown man can be physically raped and attacked, what on earth can anybody think a 8 or a 10 or a 9 or 11 or a 12 or 13-year-old can do? Drop a 1 in the chat you agree with Sweet Teacup. Because see, what we're not going to do is go on anybody's live. Hey, Gemini Energy. What we're not going to do, I don't care who live it is. You're not going to get on the live and act like you're saying something that makes sense. If a grown woman can get raped and attacked, a grown man could get raped and attacked. Men get raped too. How on earth can a female child that is completely innocent, don't even know what a touch is? You tell me how she's supposed to defend herself. You tell me how she's supposed to know to go to her mama right away when she don't even know what's going on. Only thing she know is instinct. It's instinct that she feels in her heart and her body is rejecting it. Something ain't right. Something ain't right with this. Jesus, help me, Lord, help me. See, that's that old school. When you pray and you say, Jesus, help me, Lord. You guys over there, baby, God is going to deal with you in his way. And all those content creators, oh, you know who you are. Come on now. All those content creators over there, you come on the internet and you drop your tea and you want to, I'm neutral. I'm not saying it then, I ain't saying doing that. But then at the same time, what you saying is going towards a predator. Now listen, I could be messy. And I'm going to be a little messy. It's Sunday. I say I won't curse and yell and scream, but I ain't say I won't be messy. See, I remember one particular content creator, baby. I remember when you was going through it, and I remember when you was going through it, see, at the end of the day, and I ain't down on nobody, so I'm going to try to be as careful as I can with my words. You know how you get out. You're a content creator, and you say you're neutral, but you say, well, I just don't see it while mom wouldn't do this. Where was your energy when you was going through it with your ex? Keyword. I'm vibing. I'm catching the vibe. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. You know I'm coming for you. Just remember, keyword, I'm vibing. I got the vibes. Where was your energy when you was on the internet beefing with your ex? See, that's how long I've been out here in this YouTube street. See, you didn't know that. Let's move on to the other content creator. Oh, yes, we gonna be messy. Let's talk about you. You don't know what you want to be neither. You never have clothes on. Oh, let's talk about all your ex. Or want to be, what's the young lady name that's a golly, she's a basketball player. I like her. She's cute. Chrissy. This person thinks she's her. Let's talk about you and all your ex. You think I don't. See, that's how long I've been out here looking at these YouTube channels before I decided to make a channel. See, a lot of y'all content creators that you want to come out here and, I'm going to put my, how you said it, I'm going to give my 5 cents, 9 cents. Where was your 5 and 9 cents when your ex was going on it? And how many ex you done went through and you ain't even a man? Make it make sense. How would you feel if Sweet Teacup publicly put your stuff out there and open you up like a pinata so people could jab and stab and do all this with you? You wouldn't like it. You better line up. And I ain't sending you out no threat. I'm here to tell you, I was there. I've been in your videos. I've been watching you a long time, but I stopped and I unsubscribed 2.5 years ago when I saw how you was moving. But I remember, like I said, I don't forget anything. I know who you guys are. I know, like I say, I was there when you was going through what you was going through. But see, they ain't gonna talk about that. All right, so let me move on. An open case. They was had a chat on a booger mama. You know what? This my thing. How you gonna be a whole booger mama? You done been to prison, spent your adult life in prison, allegedly abandoned your kids. And you got so much to say. And people is in your chat. You know what, you guys, like I say, the only thing I can say with that, the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. Just trust me on that. But let me go down there. They was in there discussing about a case. Somebody literally said out of their mouth, oh, I do this, you know, where I'm this, I'm the, oh yeah, what I was saying before. If you on a foster home, a group home, whatever, baby, you need to be reported to the state. Be careful what you say on this line. We see who you are. All we got, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna say we, I'm gonna say me. All I gotta do is pick up the phone and call your state. Report your child and let them know what you really represent. And baby, there goes your little income. I hope you love a predator that much. You cannot be on the internet promoting and supporting a predator, but you work for the state where you're supposed to be giving people a safe haven. Make this make sense. You need to move very carefully and slowly and gracefully. Again, this is not a threat. I pick up phones, period. It's not a threat. I Google, I call, period. It's not a threat. If you put it out there and you say you work for it, if you say you do anything dealing with the state, I'm a false parent, this, and you out here worshiping and supporting a predator, oh, I'm going to report you. I'm going to report you. Hey, Jay, welcome to the tea. But I got some information about the case, an open case. An open child molestation case is a case in which the authorities have decided to investigate a report of child abuse, and the investigation is ongoing. If it is a screen in, they have two different ones, screen in, screen out. I wrote the one for screen in. A screen in investigation is the authority will investigate the abuse within a time frame specific by the state of law. So every state could have a different time period. CPS. Now someone across the way say, oh, well, I know because I do this for a living. CPS don't come in like, ma'am, you are incorrect. You guys can Google. I want 2 people to pull out of my chat right now. I want you to humor me. Go to Google, type in, can CPS come in your house at any time? And then I want you to come back into my chat, because like I said, I bring receipts, and let everybody know that CPS could come out to your house at any time. Yes, CPS, this is from Google. Yes, CPS can come to your home at any time of day or night, including 3 a.m. Because somebody say they don't come out at 3 a.m. and they usually do so without notice, which means that they ain't gonna call you, they ain't gonna put a note in your door, they just gonna pop up, pull up out 9. While CPS typically prefer to work during regular business hours, they may arrive later in the evening on occasion. So it was a complete lie for anyone across the way to say, oh, CPS will never come 3 in the morning. Ma'am, you are incorrect. You are not correct. You are wrong. CPS will pull up at any time. I just had to put that out there. Because like I say, I don't listen to the lies come out of people's mouth. I'm going to go in and I'm going to research and Google it myself. And Cher said, that's a lie. Beauty is her name. Someone CPS on them and they came into it. Exactly. And you know what? I look at her channel. I like her channel. I like her family. You are absolutely right, Cher. All right. Moving on. What is a felon molestation? I'm going to give you the definition of a felony molestation. Molestation is a crime of engaging, because some of these people across the way don't know what molestation is. Molestation is a crime of engaging in sexual acts with minors, that means underage, including touching of private parts, exposure of genital area. Well, there we go right there. Well, allegedly, we had a whole Jester film. My god granddaughter has a toddler with her tumbling with her underwear showing and her little private parts. Don't tell me he's not a predator and he never did anything. That's why YouTube, remember you guys, YouTube, I believe, went down and had him to take down the video because people called in and reported it. Do you see the lies? Pictures, rape, inducement of sexual acts with the molester or with other children, and variation of these acts. Other children. Allegedly, little boys wrestling with them and touching them and throwing them around. You know, let's make it make sense. I want you guys to drop the royal crowns in my check if you agree with Sweet Teacup. If you're wrestling with little boys and you got to pick them up and throw them around, don't that involve touching? Don't you gotta physically put your hands somewhere on their body to throw them around? Drop the royal crowns in the check if you agree with Sweet Teacup. So what are you talking about, Jester? I never did nothing wrong. Oh, you was picking the boys up, throwing them around. I just read the information on a molester. It literally said, with other children, the little boys that he was wrestling with, and variation of these acts. Wrestling with little boys, picking them up, throwing them around, and then ripping off your shirt. Complete behavior of a molester. Period. Allegedly, a Jester predator stated that he needed a protein shake. Now, let me enlighten you on that. Remember that if you know anything about the old videos, I want you guys to drop, let's see, drop the flowers in my chat. If you've been watching this channel when they was, you know, together, I'm never going to say family, since he said he used and abused them allegedly. If you watch all those old videos, drop the flowers in my chat. If you recall some of the time how a Jester, do you see, there we go, another secret code that just hit on me. How many times you see him in the video, and he used to say allegedly in the very beginning of the video, my girl, Royalty, allegedly went to go get me a protein shake because I need a protein shake every morning. Put the flowers in the chat. I'm going to make that emoji of the royal flowers, but drop some flowers in my chat. If you have heard this Jester say this so many times in videos in the past. Yeah, my girl Roger's not here. She went to go get me a protein shake. Allegedly, I got to have me a protein shake every morning. Ask yourself, why was it so important for him to have a protein shake every morning? Jester, you creep, you predator. Was that some of the time when you would do what you do? Was that some of the time when you would do things you had no business doing because you would send my goddaughter Royalty out to get you a protein shake every morning? I'm just saying, get out of your feelings. Don't get mad with me because I'm giving you the formula. Now it's up to you to learn the formula, solve the formula, and accept the formula and drink the tea and keep it going. Because ask yourself, you know, and like I said, these 3 stories at the end, when I give you these women, I'm going to give you the name of, so you can go look at the videos yourself. One of the women literally tell you when things was done to her, it was always when mama was gone, when mama was sick somewhere. Ooh, don't make me preach. So allegedly, I witnessed many videos. Like I said, another secret code. Was you sending that code out to your pedophile friends, clients, allegedly, to let them know it's that time, y'all. She gone to get my protein shake. Get out of your feelings. Don't get mad with me. I'm just dropping the tea on that girl with wings and a fly on the wall. Moving on. This is something that's from Google. Child sexual abuse does not have to involve physical contact or conduct. See, this is what a lot of people don't understand. They thinking, oh, well, if he didn't rape her, he didn't molest her. Now, let me just break this down, and you can Google this as well, especially you people across the way, since you want to protect a creep, and you say, oh, I know him, he didn't. Child sexual abuse does not have to involve physical contact or conduct. Child sexual abuse does not always involve touching. Many people don't realize that non-touching behavior include taking photographs of a child in a sexual poses. Well, we seen that. We just seen that in the 2 or 3 videos ago when he had my little god princess granddaughter running around in the bathing suit the whole time in the hotel and telling her and her brother go pose, and then she's striking poses. I'm sorry. Exposing your genitals. I already went over that. To a child for sexual arousal or child sexual abuse. So in other words, when they do all these things, and I'm going to tie this together, I'm going to nail this one. When they do these things, see, these predators are becoming aroused. Well, let's just talk about it. Facts, receipt. That's going to hit hard. Remember the short video where he was dancing with Royalty and my god-granddaughter Julia? Remember the video that he felt, I don't know, he had to feel proud to post it because he posted and somebody screenshot it and they took off and ran with it. Remember the video he's dancing with her and he just completely just bouncing all around and everything just, hello, good morning. Do you see the secret codes of things that was done? But if you play close attention, because he showed him in that video, him and allegedly Jalea first, and then it went to him and Royalty. It wasn't that much of a hello. I'm just saying, get out of your feelings. That is a perfect example of what I just read about a non-touching molestation situation. He didn't touch her allegedly, but doing that dance and letting her know I have on no underwear and he is aroused. I'm being straightforward. He is letting her know and let all of us know. He put it on video for the whole YouTube community, for the whole world to see, and his little pedophile group. That is a crime. That is a form of non-touching molestation. And I don't need to say no more. Now, I'm going to give you, I told you that I was going to give you two women. These are not movies. These are real life people telling their story. Since these people across the way don't want to believe a 17-year-old, how about you go look at a real woman, tell her real story. And you tell me when you hear these women's story, they don't sound familiar. You tell me if they journey don't remind you of Jaleel's journey. Because one thing about a pedophile, they all have the same features. They all have the same pattern. The same technique, the same grooming. So the first one was on Dr. Phil, you guys, and this was just done last month. September 2nd, 2024. You can Google it. It's a video. Dr. Phil, it's a white lady, and it's titled, She Says Her Mom Doesn't Believe Her, claimed that her stepdad abused her. And this one, her own mama didn't believe her. So let's just talk about it. So if this particular young lady, own mom didn't believe her, why should we expect some idiots, dummies, the way demonic, heartless women to believe a 7-year-old? But like I say, go look at, it's a true life story. The lady's there showing her face and everything. And I'm going to read it again. It's called It's on Dr. Phil, and the title says, she says her mom doesn't believe her claim that her stepdad abused her. Dated September 2nd, 2024. You guys, I'm going to tell you, when you go look at these women telling their life story and journey, I'm going to tell you, just be prepared to be so distraught and hurt, because you're going to feel it's happening to you. The next one. This one is titled, True Life Story is titled, Molested by Her Stepfather, Dark Past to Bright Future. And this one was dated November 5th, 2022. The first one, she was a white lady, and I believe this one was a white lady as well. You guys, I'm going to tell you, it's heartbreaking. And I believe that this one, molested by her stepfather, dark past to bright future, I believe this one started, I believe she was literally 8 years old. 8 years old. This woman ain't come out until now. She's grown. This is what I'm saying. Now, this last one, woo. This last one, she's African American. Because, see, sometimes you got to give people something they can regulate with. Oh, well, you know, they white and they don't do it in the black community. This ain't a race thing, baby. This is all across the board, no matter what race you are. Kids are molested in any color, any country. At this point, alien kids are being raped by alien pedophiles. So in this one, it's called, she's African American, and she wrote a book. It's titled, I Was Molested by My Father for 3 years. This was her own biological father. I was molested by my father for 3 years. This one was dated and posted. This is a video. December 27, 2023. These are real life women telling their story. This lady right here, I want to tell you how the pattern and techniques resemble my god granddaughter. She says, and I'm going to tell you this right now, the people across the way say, how is that possible? Why no one didn't know? This young lady, she's African American. She's grown woman now. And she didn't come out till she was grown. Jalea 17. This young lady says she was raped. She was molested in a shelter. A shelter? There are hundreds of people in the shelter. Said that they had 2 beds. They was in the room and had 2 beds. And the father, I'm not going to say allegedly with this because this is somebody else's story. They telling a story. Said that the room had 2 beds and said that, and the little brother was there. Her brother. And I don't even think her brother was younger than her. He could have been a little older than her. But the father told the brother, you take that bed, me and your sister going to take this bed. She said that the molestation didn't start it until they got into the shelter. Now, she said that her father and her stepmom got into it. So, do you see? Oh, stop playing with me. Do you see? Now, let's look at the first pattern. The father is a pedophile. He's a creep. When him and his stepmother got into it, and the stepmother probably was a good mother. I don't know. But the father took the kids. What kind of father are you to tear down the mother of your children, and you know she's a good mother? You know she will protect them and will not bring harm to them, but you take the kids anyway. Stay focused. Pay attention to the pattern. Royalty is a good mother, always been a good mother. She protect her kids. That creep took her to court to try to take the kids. He wanted full custody, but he only got 50% of the kids. You got to ask yourself, why was it so important that he get the kids? So allegedly, we know in the past, he abandoned a DNA way before royalty even came into the picture, but he abandoned. He had kids, he had a DNA, but he chose to abandon her. Let's talk about it. We all know he just did a video. Allegedly, the jester predator said, I ain't even want the kid. She begged for the twins. So you got to ask yourself, why was it so important that he take her to court and battle for full custody of the twins? Okay, back to the story. All I want you to do, I'm going to give you the formula, and you can solve it and come to your own conclusion. This young lady said her father took her and her brother, and she said that's when he started molesting her. He started grooming her. Stay with me now. He started grooming her by spooning her. If you don't know the definition of spooning, Google it. Where, somebody get in bed with you and they take your bite side and put it up against their front side, and then they spoon you. He started grooming her because that was the first thing he initially did. And she said even then, 10 years old, she said she didn't even know how to process that. She said she didn't know what was going on. That's that intuition, that innate, that alert in her. Something ain't right. So he started doing that, and then he started venturing out with the touching. Then he started venturing out, exposing himself, trying to get her to do all things. You guys, let me tell you, listening to these women's, I'm telling you. Now, this young lady said that he molested her in a shelter. When they moved back to the stepmother house, later on he got back with the stepmother. She said she felt so joyous because she thought it would be over. He would still come and search her out. Now he is laid up with a woman, got a woman, but he still will creep walk and search her out. See, when a creep and a jester come to the internet and say, I had two prostitutes. I can't curse you guys. And I had them all up in the house while she was gone, allegedly. And we was up there having a good time. You ain't proving nothing. That don't prove that you're not a creep. You're not a pedophile. That just even make it worse. You ain't proving nothing. This young lady is telling her story. And she said even when they went back home to the stepmother and he is in the room with the stepmother, he still creeped and still came out to search her out and to do the foul things to her. It even get worse. He even molested her, you guys. When I tell you this, it's going to just blow you out the way. He even did this and pulled this off in her grandmother's house. Another time when they got into it and he took the kids. See, he always taking the kids. He took the kids and then this time went to her grandmother's house. Do you know he still did it in the grandma's house? You guys, I can't lie to you. Don't tell me that a predator can't be a jester. When you see the signs, you are opening up, is putting on video, it has been verbally spoken and said, and you still want to put up a blind wall. But let me tell you this. Instead of you coming to the internet, especially when you come to the internet and say you advocate for kids, instead of you coming to the internet and wasting your time going on somebody's chat and degrading a 17-year-old and her mother and saying you don't believe all that, why don't you go do something constructive and go advocate and volunteer your time and help kids and give them something to do so that things like this can start happening in real life? Because there are kids right now being molested. Why don't you stop trying to act like you, I don't know, I guess you think you God. Why don't you go check with your sister, your nieces, your cousin, or your own kids and make sure this is not being done up under your nose? Why don't you do that? It would be a more structural and a more positive way of proving that you advocate for kids and you don't condone grown men molesting children. But like I said, you guys, I just always have to come to the T because, like I say, I'm going to continue. Sure as it's breath in my God and God bless me, I'm going to continue. If I got to come to this internet every day to give you resources, to give you proof, because I'm going to tell you right now, a clown, a jester, a creep, he is sitting on. Do you know what's the icing on the cake? Do you really want to know what really pisses me off? It's the icing on the cake that really what pisses me off, Princess Gunn, if you still here. What pisses me off, that he has the audacity, the entitlement to feel, I'm so afraid I'm going to lie on her. I'm going to allegedly pay people to drop videos to support me, to deflect and to distract everybody. It's the audacity and the nerve that he's so afraid to go to jail. But look what you've done to an innocent child. That's what pissed me off. Don't you know the biggest cowards are the people that would take their own life, are the people that will lie to save themselves. But like I said, you guys, oh, he's definitely going to jail. Definitely going to jail. But like I said, you know what? No, I really do wish, and God forgive me, but I wish they had some kind of way that when a jester, a predator go to jail, they send him to New York. Send him to New York and let him be cell buddy with P. Diddy. And then for me, justice will be done. Because I'm pretty sure P. Diddy allegedly is sitting on hunger now. I'm pretty sure he's thirsty for the oil parties. But like I said, you guys, I love you guys. Thank you for always coming to and taking the time out to come to my chat. Thank you for always supporting me, just taking the time to listen to me so that you could come to your own conclusion and your own judgment. And I promise you this. I dropped the live yesterday and I gave 17 lies, you guys. I gave 17 lies that this jester said out of his mouth, and I gave proof that they was all lies. And no one across the way ever came and dropped the video and acknowledged that they was lies, and they was proven that they was lies. They stayed on silent. And just like when it is proven that he is a molester, at the end of the day, he will be tagged. He will be registered as a sex predator of children. And I'm not going to say allegedly. I have a right to my opinion. Ain't none of them going to come to the internet and they are not going to apologize. They're not going to acknowledge that they saw that it happened. But like I said, at the end of the day, baby, may God have mercy on their souls. I love you guys and talk to you later.